Index card a day. Be the Good by Creative Katie. Hit the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. So of course I'm starting with a gessoed surface. Mainly I want to push back the numbers that are on this repurposed flashcard, and I'm just adding acrylic paint. This looks familiar. You're right. This was one of the technique videos in my series Tidbits and Tips. So feel free to fast forward and join us again when we start putting this ICAD together. So I've just added Liquitex acrylic paints and with a little water, and I'm just blending the colors, not really cleaning my paintbrush at all. So this is cardstock that has been put through an embossing folder, and I just pressed into it lightly and pulled it off, and voila. I love this. I will so totally be using the rest of my stash of cardstock that's been embossed in this way on my pages. This reminded me of the earth, the blue and the green for some reason. So I chose a quote, "Believe there is good in the world," or "be the good," to go with that. Now I'm using this mask that's been cut out of some kind of vinyl. Yvonne did this with her Cricut machine. And I'm going to spray it with Elmer's adhesive spray. If you wait a certain while, it is non-permanent. So I'm waiting, giving it some time, and I'm also rubbing it against my jeans just to make it a little less tacky. And I'm just going to position that. This little thing makes a big difference to the overall end. You get a much crisper line because the paint cannot seep under the mask. So using a blending tool with actually cut and dry foam on it that I cut to be the size of the circle. This was my trial run of this. I'm just applying black acrylic paint, and I think this is just the cheap dollar store paint around the stencil. So I'm hoping to get the girl surrounded by black. And I'm applying a couple layers of it. I'm not making for perfect coverage the first time. And I think that's where we run into difficulties, because we often try to rush it and we put too much paint, and that's when it seeps, and that's when you run into problems. I just want to cover it really well. And do the edges because they are white, and I don't want that. And now for the reveal, peeling it off, and I love it. I realized I could have done the opposite and used the stencil part of the girl and painted the girl black and had the background, all the colored backgrounds. Now I didn't wait long enough for my spray adhesive, and so it was left on there a little bit, so that's just me using a baby wipe to try to get it off, and that worked. So I really like this, but obviously I think it needs more, or so I thought. You know me, I show the whole journey. So I cut out words using some of my free fonts that I got from dafont.com, dafont.com. And the quote is, "Believe there is good in the world." And you can see that the words are highlighted, so it says, "Be the good." And as I'm looking at this, I liked how it was arranged before in the very first time. But I forgot what I normally do. I usually take pictures of this and then look, because that gives you a different perspective. So here I think that I need to add some more. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to put brayer on some gold paint onto the embossing folder and press down. And wouldn't that be cool? You'll get that print around the girl, the same one. Yeah, I didn't like it. So I got out a baby wipe, got rid of it, and then I had to add more black paint. Then I decide I'm going to put some hearts. I thought that would go with the gold and the black and around that. And I didn't mind this. Then I started putting the words on, the caption. I'm gluing it down with gel medium. And I don't have to worry because it's acrylic paint and that is permanent. It's not going to come off. It's not going to reactivate. Get my Jelly Roll gold pen and I go around the girl just to make her stand out just a little bit more. Because of course I can't shade because it's on black, right? And I'm going around the edges. Going around the words with my Stabilo All pencil just to make them stand out. Activating with water on my brown brush. Underlining in gold the words "Be the good," so that kind of stands out. And then I decided I really don't like those hearts. It just made it so terribly busy. So back I go again for yet one more layer of black paint. And of course it takes a while for the gold to get covered now. But you know, this was not totally planned out. I had no idea what I was going to create. So you saw the real situation. So now I'm liking this after trying several things. And in the right light, you get little shimmers of the hearts in the background, which I don't mind. So now I just have to redo everything a little bit, tweak it. And I'm outlining it, dot, dot, dash, dot, dot, dash, with my Jelly Roll, which I love. They are permanent. Once they're dry, I love them. And there we go. Quite simple and yet effective. Here's a close-up of the stamped in the acrylic and the card. Thank you so much for joining me on my ICAD 2016 journey. Come join my Facebook group. Come and join the creation ships.